It seems like every game ever decided to release this past month. I played my little heart out, and yet here I am, still working on Alan Wake 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Heck, I just finished Spider-Man 2 this morning, but the wheels of time keep on turning, and like they say, there ain't no rest for the wicked. November is upon us, and that means a whole new batch of video games to play. I'm Randy from Gaming Gig, and today we're taking a look at some of the most anticipated games releasing in November 2023. Before we get started, if you like these gaming discussions, make sure to subscribe. We're getting super close to our 32,000 subscriber goal, so help push us across the finish line and you'll be rewarded with more Gaming Gig goodness. I'm saving my personal favorite game for last, but let's kick things off with the big one. Probably the biggest one of the year if all you're concerned with is the sales. Modern Warfare 3 hits store shelves on the 10th. Look, I may not be a Call of Duty person, but there's no denying that this is hands down the biggest game releasing in November. Heck, probably the whole year. Call of Duty has topped sales charts in the US 12 times in the past 14 years. In those 2 years where Call of Duty wasn't number 1, they were number 2. Only Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 have been able to dethrone Call of Duty from that top spot. As for Modern Warfare 3, for what it's worth, what I've seen does look cool. And if you're excited to play it, I genuinely hope you end up loving it. Okay, I'm still having trouble wrapping my head around RoboCop Rogue City. It comes out on the 2nd, but I'll be honest, it just doesn't look good to me. It seems like a slow-paced, first-person shooter, but I must be missing something because I've heard from a lot of people that the demo was actually incredibly fun. So maybe it's one of those games that's just a lot more fun to play than it is to watch. The fact that I've heard so many good things does make me interested though, I'm not gonna lie. And that's despite the fact that I don't know anything about RoboCop. Never seen the movies or TV shows, nothing. But y'all tell me, do I need to try this game? Should I just watch the 80s movie? Maybe do both? The Yakuza games have officially been rebranded in English language regions to Like a Dragon, and the next spin-off in the series, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, comes out on the 9th. I still need to give this series a try, and I'm honestly not sure where to start. There's so many games, it seems like we get a new one or two every year, so if you have any advice, please let me know. But as for this one, the gameplay looks really fun. It seems like fans are in for a treat. Persona 5 Tactica is releasing on the 17th. I think this is at least the third spin-off game based on Persona 5, and specifically, this is a tactical strategy game that seems a lot like Mario plus Rabbids or XCOM, but that's definitely not a bad thing in my book. Realistically, I'd probably be more interested in this game if I hadn't played Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope not too long ago. I really like this genre game, but I'll definitely hold out on this one for now, and maybe come back to it in a year or two once the price drops. This next one's not really a new game, but I'm super interested to see how the Switch port for Hogwarts Legacy turns out on November 14th. I really hope they're able to use some of that wizarding magic to make it run at least halfway decently, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who will want to play this game on Switch. The Talos Principle 2 is out on the 2nd, and what this really does is just remind me that I still need to play the first game. I love puzzle games, and the Talos Principle has been on my radar for years. It's one of those games that I intend to play, but just always forget about. I don't know if you can jump into the second game without playing the first one, but what I do know is that the Talos Principle 2 looks pretty dang good. And literally as I'm writing this script, I just saw that IGN posted an update trailer for the day before. If you don't know about this game, many people say that this game is just a straight up scam that'll never actually be released. The game was supposedly set to release on November 10th. I think pretty much everyone knew that wasn't going to happen, but now via this new trailer, we have full confirmation. The trailer says that the game will be going into early access on December 7th, but will it get delayed again? Go ahead and start placing your bets. But the game that I'm most excited about is Super Mario RPG, a remake of the SNES classic for Switch. This is a straight up bucket list game for me, y'all. One of those that's been on my mental checklist for pretty much my whole life, but I've just never got around to playing it. I don't know what it is about remakes, but they just always get me super hyped, especially when it's a game that I haven't got to play yet. I think it's because normally only the best of the best games get remade, and I think that with this game, that's certainly the case. I probably would have been just as happy playing the original version had they made it available on Nintendo Switch Online, but you know, a remake's pretty cool too. It's going to be priced at $60, which seems a little steep considering this game is an almost 30-year-old title, but I guess it's technically cheaper than buying an original cartridge. I think those go for something close to $100. It's one of the more expensive SNES games to try and buy. Honestly, I may end up renting this one. That would make experiencing the remake a much cheaper endeavor. And that's the games releasing in November that are on my radar. I know I didn't talk about them all, so if I missed a game that you're excited about, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're interested in joining the Gaming Gig Discord server, there's an invite link in the description of this video. I'd love to see you there. All right, I'm Randy from Gaming Gig, and I'll see you next time.